We're a startup company revolutionizing autograft harvesting with our flagship product, the Avitus bone harvester. I co-founded the company with my co-founder, Maxim Budiansky, our chief technology officer. We met during graduate school at the Johns Hopkins Center for Bioengineering, Innovation, and Design. And here we had several orthopedic surgeons come to us with an unmet clinical need in their own practice for bone grafting. This was the impetus for forming Avitus, along with solving additional unmet clinical needs. So just a quick journey through the milestones we've had to date. We have developed and commercialized the Avitus bone harvester, pictured here. We've patented in the US and internationally. We're FDA cleared, and we're also approved in Brazil. We've done over 1,300 surgeries in the US, and we have $1 million plus annual run rate. We're looking for a Series B round right now of $10 million, which we're going to invest in expanding our product portfolio, expanding our team, and investing in proven sales and marketing channels. So with that background information, the Avitus bone harvester is used to harvest bone graft and marrow. So what is bone graft? It's used ubiquitously by orthopedic surgeons whenever they need to heal or fuse some part of the patient's body. For example, a patient comes to the Cleveland Clinic with a broken foot. The surgeon's going to apply mechanical fixations, so screws and plates to help fix the bones and joints together. Then they're going to take bone graft from another part of the body, like the tibia, and transport it to the foot to help promote that healing and fusion. It's getting that bone graft that's the problem that we're addressing, because the way that the status quo was used to do it takes a lot of time in an operating room setting that every minute can cost hundreds of dollars. It's a secondary invasive procedure, and it causes the patient a lot of pain. We've heard many patients and surgeons say they come in with back pain or hip pain or foot pain, but they leave with an additional type of pain because of this harvesting process. So thankfully it's after lunch here, but the top procedure is how the status quo used to be done. So a surgeon would literally take an osteotome and mallet to chisel away at the bone to extract that bone graft, but we've been able to transform that into the bottom procedure, where a surgeon can now go in through a 1 to 2 centimeter entry, and in 5 minutes of less of harvest time can retrieve the bone graft and marrow that they need for their primary procedure. We've revolutionized the way that bone graft can be harvested. This is just a few excerpts from our users. So Dr. Alan Davis from the Cleveland Clinic, a foot and ankle surgeon, says, "I've used the Avitus in over 40 cases. It has become my standard of practice." Dr. Chris Krulin, who's a sports and foot and ankle surgeon out of UC Davis, the cost was 1/3 of the orthobiologic bone substitutes that I use, and it obviated the need for additional bone graft substitutes. The rate of fusion was fast and robust. It fused like gangbusters. That's a good thing. Dr. Stephen Riegel, a hand and upper extremity surgeon out of Pittsburgh, said, "I would recommend the Avitus bone harvester when large amounts of bone graft are required for my orthopedic trauma and reconstruction procedures." This is a platform technology. Depending on the type of patient, depending on the type of procedure, the type of surgeon and their training, the technology can be used in various parts of the body to extract that bone graft, and it can also be used in a slew, and has been used in a slew of clinical applications as well. Just very quickly touching on the competition, there are other minimally invasive bone harvesters on the market. They all look like that picture on the right there, a hollow shaft with a cutting edge on one hand and a T handle on the other end. And if you direct yourself to that top image there, it's a cross-section of a synthetic bone block. On the right side, you can see how the competition takes multiple passes to get these small matchsticks of graft, which add up to about 5 to 7 cc's. We've done a paradigm shift where on the left, what you see is going through the same sized hole in the same amount of time. We can get significantly more volume. We get the liquid component in addition to the solid component, both of which have their place in orthopedic surgery. And with the volumes we get, we're effective for replacing expensive bone graft substitutes. So bone graft substitutes, synthetic bone grafts, come in various shapes and sizes, but they don't compare to the patient's own bone, which is autograft, which is considered the gold standard. And not just clinically, but on a cost standpoint, this graph demonstrates that on the spectrum of different bone graft substitutes that are available, they can cost anywhere from $100 to $400 or more per cc. And a surgeon can require 5, 10, 15, 20 cc's in a particular case. The Avitus is a fraction of the cost, and it delivers gold standard bone graft. We've saved hospitals thousands of dollars per procedure by switching over to our technology. Just a quick snapshot over the last 12 months, we've done over 800 cases, had over $1 million in sales, and 100% plus year-over-year growth. And this is just a snapshot of some of our key customers, including the Cleveland Clinic. We started off in the US foot and ankle bone grafting space. This has allowed us to gain repeat customers, develop anchor customers, and build market awareness. Where to from here? Number one, we're currently developing line extensions and ancillary products that will be on the market next year. We have surgeons coming to us with other applications of our technology, so we are developing those other solutions to other problems in the foot and ankle space, but that also translates to other clinical markets such as spine, as well as international markets. We're raising $10 million in Series B capital to get from where we are right now to $50 million in revenue by 2025 and be break even by 2023. So we've demonstrated a high margin business model. We have strong, profitable growth potential. We have a highly capital efficient management. We've gotten to where we are right now with $3.3 million in dilutive capital plus additional grants from the National Science Foundation, Johns Hopkins, and other entities. And we have a patented technology portfolio with a strong value proposition.